この動画は先週アップしたジェレミーがデニス・ジェームスのインタビューを受けている The Menace Podcast をまとめた後半の動画になります。まだ前半を見ていないという方は先にそちらをご視聴することをお勧めします。後半ではいつステージに復帰する予定なのか、クラシックフィジークに転向する可能性や、最近ジェレミーは結婚して娘も生まれたので家族についても話しています。それでは動画をどうぞ。
You said you haven't trained in 5 weeks. What's the situation like? What would you say?
I still have a road ahead of me as far as getting back on stage.
Yeah.
Olympia is 6.5 months away from now.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's also got to be a smart business move as well to get back on stage for me as well. There's got to be a sponsor. I got to establish a team. I'm not going to be able to do it alone. I need to figure out what exactly I need to get me back to the stage, and to be at my best. And it's just, I just know that there's a process of doing it.
Right.
I've done it before. I've done this. I've won it 4 times before.
Mm-hmm.
I know how I can capitalize on Olympia as well. There's more to it than just stepping on stage. And, my comeback I feel it can be a big story.
Yeah.
Especially if I win again, there's gonna be a big story. I know my audience, I know my fans. And there's just gotta be a very strategic way of coming back. I can't just flop it together and just show up on stage. There's more, it means more. There's gotta be more behind it for me.
If I could give you one advice, the only advice I would give you is don't rush it. Okay? Yeah. You don't want to come back and be less than 100%. Listen, comeback is a must, but make sure you're ready, So now the Olympia is 6 months? I don't know if that's enough time for you to get where you need to be. But I'm talking physically, your body needs to get back. All the injuries and the training to get back to where it was, it's going to take more than 6 months. Okay.
Especially at the level these guys are at now. It's a different ballgame.
Exactly.
It's stepped it up a lot. Since the last time I was on stage, these guys have gotten bigger, they've gotten harder, they've gotten better.
Exactly.
I tip my hat out to all the guys, regardless if they like me or not. They work hard. I've seen the progress they've made, and they've made my mountain a lot steeper to climb.
Yeah.
I'm game for it. I still got the only thing I got on these guys is I'm still younger than most of them.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
The only guy in that top 5. The only guy that's younger than the top 5 is Hani's new guy, Andre.
Mm-hmm. But that's why I'm telling you, don't rush it because you have time on your side and you don't want to be less than 100%, So for me, I think perfect scenario would be Jeremy coming back for the Olympia 2022 and being the Jeremy that you want to be when you step on that stage, that your daughter be over a year old, she'll be right there with your wife, can watch you on stage, that would be a nice comeback video right there.
It'd be amazing. I can see it happening right now.
So what does it feel like being a newlywed? You just got married in November, you said?
Yeah, got married on Thanksgiving.
So
I've known my wife since I was 8 years old. I knew I had a good one, man. I've dated around. I've traveled around the world. I've done my thing, and I have a really good wife. I have a good woman. I couldn't ask for a better woman. So I knew when I was up there on the altar that I was making the right decision.
Right. Can you tell that the way of thinking changed after you get married and now you have a baby? Can you tell the difference?
Yeah, my life has changed a lot, man. I'm not first anymore. I'm not a selfish person like I was, last week.
Yeah, I hear you.
First born, she's born 10 days ago now, and it's everything I do now. It's for her. I'm second, third behind my wife.
Right.
So it's just getting up and going to work. It's not for me. It's for them. Working hard, getting myself back into the gym. It's not for me. It's for them. Like you said, there's a whole different meaning to love when you hold your child for the first time.
Were you scared? Were you scared when she was born?
Yeah, hell yeah, I was scared. I was terrified. I got the shingles the week before, bro.
It's funny because I tell people, man, you're gonna be scared. No, why would I be scared, man? You'll be scared because the first thing you want to do, you want to count fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me see the toes.
Yeah.
You want to make sure everything is there.
I just want to make sure I'm going to be able to take care of her. I want to give her the best life possible.
Right.
And, the weeks leading up to her being here, I had a lot of anxiety because it's the rest of your life. My main goal and my main job is now to be a father to her, and everything else is second to it. So even with like the supplement sponsors I'm talking with right now in discussions with, like, they're like, hey, how much are you willing to travel? I'm like, how many international trips do you want me to do? Like, I don't, it's like, cause I leave to go to the grocery store and I miss her.
Yeah, I know. So when you watched the Olympia last year, obviously.
I watched the wrap-ups and stuff.
Okay, so 1920. So you had 2 Olympias that you were sitting out. What do you think changed since 2018?
Guys got a lot bigger and a lot harder. Well, from what I see in pictures, I mean, when they talk about their weight doesn't seem to go up very much. But they've gotten better. They've gotten harder, and just overall they look bigger.
So what does Jeremy Buendia has to do to win the Olympia back? What do you think?
I think I need to come in about bringing the same packet I brought in 2017, but like 5 pounds bigger. Mm-hmm. I don't need to be the biggest guy on stage.
No, you don't. Absolutely not. It's all about shape.
I think if I come in around like 187, I was 184 last time, and I just come in conditioned like I have been in the past. Mm-hmm. And I still feel like I come in more conditioned than I have. I was still a little bit off in 2017 when I got a perfect score. I was still a little bit off.
Okay, so I can't help but notice that you just love to pose, So as a physique Olympia, everything is about posing, and you put a lot of focus on posing and routines. When are you going to see you switch to classic?
Did you see how big the guys are in classic now? Like, it's bodybuilding now.
So you don't want to take it there? You don't want to take it a step further? You're 30 years old. I didn't turn pro till I was 32.
Honest, Dennis, it's about how my body is if my body allows me to. If I can get healthy again and my body's going to allow me to push, where I need to push to compete at the next level, where I'm going to be able to push the amount of weight, and feel good in the gym, not worry about going to the gym and trying to work around an injury, then potentially. But, I don't know. I don't know if I have the structure to do it, because my weight on physique, I already cap out for my classic height. Like, I'm 100, I think I can weigh 183 pounds at 5'7" or 8. I'm the same height.
Is that an amateur weight or the professional weight? Because the pros.
Pro.
Really? How tall are you?
They probably measure like 5'7.5".
Okay, so you can weight only 183?
I think it's 183. Breon gets down to 184. We're about the same height. We're close to it.
You think?
Yeah, and he walked around like 230 in his offseason. Breon's a freak, man. I don't see how he cuts down to 184.
He literally has to lose muscle, and I've seen it happen because the year before, 2019, he was training in Phoenix. He was training in Phoenix for the Olympia, and I saw him pose 4 weeks out. He was already totally peeled, and he still had to lose weight. So that's why I was a little surprised when he announced that he's staying in Classic and he's not going up to 212, because he literally has to sacrifice a little bit of muscle in order to make weight.
Yeah. I was backstage with them in 2017. We were tanning. And not backstage, we were in wherever we were tanning. It was like 2 days out. And he was posing, and I asked him, like, how much do you weigh? He asked me how much I weigh. I go, I'm like 186 right now. He goes, that's crazy. I weigh 184. I looked at him. I'm standing there in my underwear. He's in his underwear, and we're looking in the mirror. I'm like, I don't get it. I don't get it. But like I said, like, the division, it's growing, and I don't know where I would be. I don't know how I would weigh in at. I wouldn't even be able to make weight. I walk around, Dennis. I walk around. I haven't worked out in 5 weeks. I'm off everything, and I walk around at 186 pounds.
So that's your contest weight.
Yeah, but like I said, this is my normal. My body wants to be at 186 naturally.
Yeah. So is it hard for you to gain weight then? Is it hard? Mm-hmm. So you got to force feed and all that stuff?
Yeah, I don't have it. I hate eating. Like, I'll get to 200 pounds.
Really, yeah?
I just stay at 200 pounds. I won't get any bigger. And it's my eating. I've always had an issue eating. I can't get a lot of food down.
So how did you manage to get that food down every time? Did you do anything?
I forced myself to eat it. I mean, once your body gets going on prep, after I'm like 6 weeks in, like, my metabolism takes over, and then I'm eating every 2 hours. I need to.
So how many meals you eat right now?
I'm not dieting right now. I'm terrible right now.
I know, but how many meals you get in? You eat probably when you're hungry, whatever you want, like me.
Yeah, I eat probably 2 meals a day, maybe 1 or 2 shakes.
You still do shakes?
Yeah, that's the only way I'm getting calories, and I do like 1,000 calorie shake in the morning and 1,000 calorie shake in the day. I'm lucky.
I haven't done a shake in years, man. I don't. That's like the only shakes I do is I do my own milkshakes.
ちょっと終わり方が雑になってしまって申し訳ないですが、いかがだったでしょうか。個人的にはジェレミーはメンズフィジークの現役レジェンドなので、クラシックフィジークでジェレミーを見たいとはそこまで思わないのですが、見たいと思う人もいるのでしょうか。コロナ禍になる1年前は Fight for Five というハッシュタグを使ってインスタグラムで、5度目の優勝を目指している投稿が多くありましたが、コロナでジムがシャットダウンしてからジェレミーのモチベーションが一気に下がったような印象を受けました。アラシュラバーはロックダウンでジムに行けない期間がどれくらい続くのかもわからない状況の中、ステロイドを使用することはハイリスクだと判断してステロイドを抜いていたと話していましたし、ジェレミーもインスタに投稿する体が一気に小さくなってバスキュラリティも消えていたので、ステロイドを抜いているんじゃないかなと思います。ですから今年もおそらく出ないだろうなと予想はしていましたが、やはり予想は合っていました。何にせよ早くステージに戻ってきて完全復活するジェレミー・ブエンディアが待ち遠しいです。ご視聴ありがとうございました。